My name is Jay Stewart, aka Jaeger, and I'm from Cebu. I am half British and half Filipino, and there are qualities about me that are definitely Filipino. Well, my mother's from Masbate, and my dad is Scottish. He was in the British Army. That's probably influenced a lot of my views on video games, because I do like a lot of shooters and a lot of military style games. And I have a big sister and two little adopted sisters. Just my ability to talk to people and to make friends, just be inviting and friendly, it's something that is very Filipino. For my British side, I mean, the accent has definitely helped in some situations. I actually took Filipino in high school, so I know things like, magandang umaga. The first sentence I learned was nasaan ang bangko, which is where is the bank, and masama ang pakiramdam ko. I don't feel well, something like that. So I know words, but I can't speak straight. I can understand as well, mostly. So I started gaming when I was 3 years old. I had a PlayStation 1. I would play it every day ever since I got it. I got it for my birthday. And I'd keep my sister awake most nights just playing it all day long. It's funny because as I was growing up, I was always playing games. I moved up my gaming system. It was funny because I wanted to be an actor. Watching a James Bond movie when I was 3, I said, I want to do what he does. And she's like, you want to be a secret agent? I said, yes. And she said, no, that's dangerous, you can't do that. And I said, but he's doing it. And she said, he's an actor. And I said, fine, I want to be an actor. But in the back of my mind, I always wanted to do something with video games, whether it was voice acting, doing a movie based off a game, something like that. So I always had games in the back of my mind, and everything, it was to save up to buy more games. Throughout high school, I would take acting classes. I did a lot of plays when I was in school. I did Grease, I did Footloose, a bunch of them. There were some that were not very well-known stories, but I did loads going through high school. Here in the Philippines, I moved when I was 11 years old. And so after I graduated from high school, I went to a film school in Cebu, National Academy of Film and Television. And then there I took acting, and I took side classes for filmmaking, 3D graphics, things like that. That's where I got to shoot a lot of student films. I've learned a lot of things from doing acting, and from pursuing acting. I've picked up a lot of skills. Well, after I graduated from IEFT, I started doing more student films and trying to get commercials here in Manila. At the time, I was a big fan of a lot of people on YouTube that were doing, games like Battlefield. And so I kind of wanted to make my own channel and try to get into video games and playing games for other people to see. I was told about a job opportunity. I thought, okay, why not? So I quit my job, I dropped everything, every commitment that was there, and I just flew over. It was like a leap of faith, really. When I got here, that's when I started learning what esports really were. At first, I thought esports was the name of like a company or something like that. It was like, welcome to eSports. Is this a company? What do they do here? And then I realized, esports are competitive games on a professional level, and it was like the Dota 2, Counter-Strike, and at the time Overwatch had just come out and games like that. I thought, what esport could I do? And it was Trike that suggested to me, why not get into Counter-Strike? That was probably the best idea I'd ever heard, because I'd played Counter-Strike before when I was living in Cebu. It was the only game I really enjoyed with my friends. And so, he said, why don't you do CSGO? And I said, all right. So I studied, and I really studied every team, strats, played the game, made sure to learn everything I could. It was the first time I really felt inspired to do something. I got my first experience in shoutcasting last year. I saw, there's the caster's desk, and they had the backdrop, and they had the microphones, and they had the computers there ready for us to start spectating the game. And I'd never been so excited. I remember shaking because I was so nervous, and I was really excited. I walked up the stairs to get to the caster's desk, and I sat down and I put the headphones on, and I said, are you guys ready for some great CSGO? I said that as loud as I could, trying to hype up the crowd, and everyone cheered. And it was at that moment I was like, yeah, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. It was at that point I was like, I want to do this again and again and again. And I haven't changed my mind since then. When I first heard of Tier 1, I signed up. Since I have joined, it's like bustling around me. Everyone's noticing, everyone's seeing it. and everyone, they're actually helping me promote the CSGO scene here in the Philippines. Havoc approached us, members of Tier 1, to come and shoutcast their games. So within the first few weeks of casting the Havoc games, I was actually really surprised to see how talented some of these players are. Here locally in the Philippines, because as of now the CSGO scene is not developed, but honestly I see huge potential for the local CSGO scene, and I'm really hoping, and I'm going to try my hardest, that with my voice and with the help of the community we can make CSGO here in the Philippines an international quality and an international standard, and we can make CSGO the next big esport here in the Philippines. So my dream as a shoutcaster is to be well known and to be big enough that I can shoutcast the bigger tournaments. I want to be, you know, in the PGL majors, just any major really, the ESL 1 games, DreamHack, you know, Beyond the Summit, any of those big tournaments where everyone can see it and I can hype up the audience and really be informative and be a really good play-by-play. That's where I want to get to. I want to be a world-class shoutcaster, and I want to be regarded as one of the best.